All right, we are back.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
We had to delete another recording of a podcast.
This is getting too much for me with all these re-recordings.
The first mistake I made, the second mistake you made.
I don't make mistakes.
I put it out to people that are close to us and they agreed that, yeah.
You asked like one person.
Yeah, no, two. And they both agreed.
Two whole people. That's a good sample size.
Yeah, so we are re-recording. We had been recording from our balcony.
You made me delete it.
In the presidential suite.
Actually, I didn't delete it. I still have it.
Well, it's not going
That's
up,
the beauty.
so.
I had I should charge like the unedited.
Good.
You know how like back in the day they used to do like.
Here's the thing.
Like,
if and when I stop working for Divine Child, it can be like.
Oh, we'll do like a special release.
Yeah.
Like, you know how back in the day they would give you like stuff in the vault. They would re-release or like unedited stuff.
I think
like
T-Swift still does that.
Cut.
Exactly.
Director's cut.
Yeah. So we got them all.
So I feel like if and when you ever leave your job, we'll come out with like.
And then people are going to die at how scrupulous I was because these are not.
And it'll be years later. So we'll come out with the Malibu Table like unedited.
I love it.
The stuff from the vault. Because we have a good amount of episodes in the vault.
Yeah. And by then we have like millions of listeners.
So now I'm going to start tagging these as like episode 50 vault because this is our 50th episode, but technically it's like our 60th because we recorded a lot of things and deleted.
Anniversary
silver
of our podcast.
Is 50 silver?
50. I have no idea. I think
50 is gold. 25 silver, 50 is gold.
Don't know, don't care.
The 50th episode.
We have returned from vacation.
4 days ago.
Yes. We did not talk about the remainder of the cruise. Do you want to hit that up and then move on to other things?
So last time this group heard from us would have been last Tuesday.
If they listened
when we
to
did the crossover episode, which many people did. And I think the
was there an Aaron Wilkerson bump?
I haven't checked.
Oh.
But the response was like you were different. Like you were nicer.
I heard that from several people.
You were different on that episode. Right. And that'll be episode 49.
Right. Well, I had heard
you were calmer. You didn't gaslight me.
Sure. I was intentional to speak very carefully, unlike how you are on this podcast with my professional life, because I knew that you could be listened to by your professional life. But it didn't mean I was inauthentic. Everything I said was true.
Yeah, they were just said they heard a nicer side of you that they normally don't hear. So that was from last Tuesday. So now I think we have to do like a full week. So from last Tuesday until now, we have to kind of go through it.
Oof.
So what are your thoughts for the rest of the cruise?
The cruise is wonderful. It's good to be back. It's nice to have gone on a vacation where literally you come back super relaxed. Like we didn't come back tired. I mean, it was a good.
Well, we lucked out because we originally thought we had a full slate of activities this week. But that's didn't happen. This is a dead week for football.
Yeah.
So we thought we were coming back to like a crazy football week.
No, this is a very chill week, which is nice because there's like, you got to do all the laundry, you got to do all the unpacking, and then we're trying to set up for next year. or this next school year. So lots of good stuff to do. Cruise was great. I really liked it. I think you said you're a carnival guy.
I'm a carnival guy, but I can relate it to, I can call out the differences, right? So I think my thing was more available options to grab and go. So I think there were way more options to grab and get things on the go. So like, you don't need to formally go to a buffet and sit down. You can just say, I want to grab a bowl of food.
Lots of places to grab food, yeah.
And it was high quality. So, because last year, Royal Caribbean, there were some places I went to. I was like, this is not good.
Yeah, right.
Like the taco place. I was like, this is gross.
You're very upset about that taco place.
Because I was looking.
You reference it a lot. Like
I was looking forward to it. And it was like,
no,
gross.
It was definitely like movie theater cheese that you throw over nachos. Like it was not good.
And Carnival had a version of that, but it was very good that I went to. And Carnival had a lot more grab and go
Shack's
options.
Chicken, the guys' burgers.
I mean, our son Joey ate chicken the whole time.
So did John Paul.
I would frequently, because their room was across the hall, I would frequently open the door and see like a bowl of chicken there.
They got a lot. They would
eat before dinner. So it'd be like we would eat dinner at 6.
Right.
And at 4:30, they're like, I'm going to go get some big chicken.
Joey also ate steak every night, which I thought was funny.
He did.
Every single night.
Sirloin or strip loin
You
steak.
thought the dining room was better in Carnival. I did not. I actually would give that to Royal Caribbean.
Dining room.
The main dining room. You like the food better there? I did not.
No, I think the main dining Royal Caribbean came out faster.
Yeah, I mean, it was slow.
It was very slow.
Fine, but it was slow.
Carnival was very slow. But I don't think it was just a lot of people. It just took a while to show up.
Yeah.
And I think the food was better. The main dining overall was better on Royal
I feel like
Caribbean.
they were kind of equal. Like we ate at a seafood place on Carnival ship that was inedible. Like it was
you were
inedible.
Not a fan.
No.
We had to pay for it, so that was a waste of our money.
But a lot of places were really good. Shaq's Big Chicken was great. Like there was really
Guy's
good places.
Burgers, that was really good.
I didn't have one. There's a lot of places I didn't eat. So.
They had a pizza place.
Yeah.
That was good. It's like I would say Carnival had overall food.
Yeah.
Carnival had food.
You can give it to them.
Bathrooms. I think I talked about it. I
completely disagree with this, but go ahead.
That's because you're a girl.
Right. So
from my perspective, I struggle trying to find a bathroom. Like, you'd be walking around,
like,
you go bathroom.
Ship. Yeah.
So you're like, where are the bathrooms at?
Right.
But Carnival, I feel like they had ample bathrooms.
They did, but here's a distinction that you and I brought up. They had way more bathrooms, but every bathroom had 1 or 2 stalls. For men that use urinals, who cares? For women, it was like you'd have to wait in line in stinky bathrooms all the time.
Yeah, but I sit down and pee, so.
No, you do not.
No.
You're really weird. See, it's a weird thing. Now we're going to have to put this episode in the vault. I mean, what the heck is the matter with you?
That's not a vault statement.
I'm just kidding. I know. So I don't give bathrooms to them. No,
I give them bathrooms. Are equal.
Pools were better on Royal Caribbean by far. Kids' activities, our kids liked Royal Caribbean better.
Well, I think at nighttime they had more organized activities for like teens and young.
I mean, our kids had fun in the kids club for sure.
Yeah, the girls.
We loved. Go ahead.
Yeah, the girls had a lot of fun. Like, it's funny. Malia was like, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in our room the whole time."
Like, cried. Like after you cannot force me to go.
They met some friends and they were like, "Let's go to the kids club for hours."
They wanted to be there. They didn't want to be.
They were primarily in the kids club the rest of the time.
The entertainment in terms of like comedy shows and trivia way better at Royal Caribbean.
Carnival.
Carnival. We had so much fun.
Except the splash splash. So Royal Caribbean had the water show.
I wouldn't call it a splash splash. That's weird. Yeah. Honey,
but that's not bad. But I would say
Royal Caribbean's a better ship, dude.
No, I would say that they had those, but I would say overall. I'm talking about overall. I'm saying they have like the onesie twosie. Overall, the entertainment was better on Carnival. So I feel like there was more like Broadway shows. I forgot
about the ice rink. I mean, so here's my.
But those like onesie twosies.
Okay, onesie twosies. My overall take is that, and I did say this to you. I think they're pretty equal, the two boats.
Sure.
Carnival's way cheaper though, and for the price difference, Royal is not like amazing enough to pay as much more as you do pay. First of all, second of all. And this is to Royal, for me, it's really hard to evaluate. I mean, we were in the presidential suite with like a hot tub on my balcony where I walked 10 steps to a private elevator to a spa. Like, I can't separate that reality from what we experienced in Royal Caribbean. So, and for real, like joking around, but also not. Like, it is going to be funny going to like regular cruises at this point because what we experienced was.
Well, you're doing laundry every day. Like every day.
Every day we were able to do laundry. Room service free. I mean, it was.
The movies were free.
We lived the high life.
Or sorry, included. I'm sorry, nothing was free.
Right.
It was all included.
We lived the high life, so it was good. It was a good trip.
So I would say slight edge. It wasn't like over. I would say slight edge to Carnival. Considering price, I would look at Carnival.
Price. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It will be interesting being in Carnival in a regular cabin though, because I spent 6 or 7 hours a day on our balcony. So like I didn't care about the public spaces and Carnival. I didn't have to care about the public spaces.
Yeah.
So like that's going to be different for us.
People who have like an inside room with no windows,
right?
They lean into like the public spaces, the outside.
But even regular balconies, like it'll just be interesting to see because I think we're definitely doing the Disney cruise next April, and then your family's talking about another cruise in next summer. So. It'll be interesting.
We'll have lots to compare and contrast.
Yeah. And then after that, well, we wanted to go on Alaska.
Then we do it Alaska
because I don't need to do like cruises for the rest of my life either.
Well, we talked about this on the one in the vault about like we know people who are much more rustic about they do like camping, they do like hiking, they go see like national parks.
Right.
I think that our kids have transitioned. We don't do like full Disney trips like the 7 nights anymore. I think we've transitioned that into the cruises. But our kids like cruises. Remember, we gave them the option between Ireland and cruising. They like eating a lot. They like drinking soda a lot. They like hanging out.
Yeah,
so I think you also lean into it.
Because I want to do some national parks. And I want to do, like, I think it'd be so cool to go to like a ranch with our family.
Ranch.
I would love to do, like an all-inclusive ranch. I would love to do the East Coast up in Maine. Like, I'm a little concerned that you have zero desire to do any of that. Because, like,
it's just hard when you have the choice between like
luxury.
chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and then like hiking and doing all these rustic things and bugs and like
bugs really turn me off. I'm not gonna lie.
So it's chill, take naps, walk up, people feed you.
Right.
You know, you're on a.
I don't know. It's tough because one of the things that I had shared on social media, my favorite day on the cruise by far is when we went to Puerto Rico,
San Juan.
San Juan. It's Old San Juan. It's different than different ports. We have stayed on the boat actually quite a bit of ports. Like since we've gone on 2 cruises, like St. Martin, we got off.
I've gone off.
St. Thomas, time. Like because the thing is, you got to do excursions, and to do excursions is our family is expensive.
Well, you have to. So Old San Juan you like because
I was just about to say it's different.
You walked off the boat and you walk right into the city.
Yeah, but St. Thomas, you walk
gate.
into
right. It's like a big gate.
But even St. Thomas, you wouldn't be walking into like a tourist part of the city. In Old San Juan, you're in Old San Juan. There's like beautiful old buildings, and we walk to a cathedral, and then we walk to the Church of St. Joseph, which I love doing. It's like a mini pilgrimage. We prayed together in the church. Like to me, and like I love watching people and walking through old streets, cobblestone streets. Like I loved that. But we did say it was really hot.
Oh, it was very hot.
Our kids were fine for 4 hours. They were fine. And it was actually 3 hours. It would have been a different story if this was our entire vacation, because we had even talked about maybe doing Rome for the Jubilee. Well, like it would have been a gazillion degrees.
Well, that's the thing. Right. We've said that. It's not like it depends upon the definition of vacation.
Right.
And if you're like go, like you wake up, you have to go find food. You're walking around. You're looking at. It's like I would say New York. So what they also like about cruises.
But you love New York. I love New York.
Right, but I think things at both ends. I think you have to like we wouldn't just primarily do. Some people do like multiple cruises per year. I don't think we would do that. We would do like max. Well, next year's will be 2. But I was saying on a normal year, it's like one per year.
Yeah.
So they like cruises too because they get to break off and like do their own thing. So New York, we're on top of each other. Like we're together 24/7.
But I'll tell you,
except when they have their own room at nighttime. But in cruise, they can go wander off. Did we tell this?
No.
So we have to tell that story, but you have to take out. I will be quiet. We'll have to tell the story
they can wander off, and honestly, that I think is one of the things that you really love about it, that our kids loved about it, that I love about. Like I talked about on social media, that I love that our kids can do their own thing and we can do our own thing. It did feel a little sad this time, though, that you didn't feel this at all. That our kids they didn't want to be with us most of the time.
It's the first taste of freedom. Yeah, they need to start. Like when he's 14, that's when you start to taste freedom and like you want to.
Right.
If you don't do it now, then they don't ever leave the house and they stay with us forever. You got to give them a taste of freedom.
So I will say one of the nights we had really leaned into this freedom piece. And one of the nights, for various reasons, I was quite tired at the end of the day. Are you going to go?
All right. So this is the story.
Right.
They got us canceled last time.
So various reasons, I was a little tired at the end of the day. We have this big baller suite. It's 9:30 at night. I loved laying in this couch, like staring at the stars. So I went to the balcony. You were gone. You were like, I was tired. I wanted the night to be over. I went
to a show. It's like 9:30.
You were like, I'm going to go to some shows. I was like, great. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to go to bed. So I'm laying outside on the patio. Malia comes out and says, hey, Mom, can I go get a slice of pizza with John Paul? Important that the people understand. John Paul and Malia are allowed to walk on the boat by themselves. They're allowed to check themselves in and out of daycare. They're fine. So
at that point, they know how to maneuver the boat. They know how to get to pizza.
I mean, we're at day Thursday, like, so I'm like day 4 or 5. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Just come right back. And so then I'm laying out there. It's the middle of the sea, super comfortable. I end up kind of dozing off. You know me, I don't take like hard naps, but I'm dozing off. And after about a half hour, 45 minutes, I'm like, I should go check to see if they're back eating their pizza. I walk in and the phone's ringing. And so I answer the phone and it's customer service. And customer service says, I have John Paul, Malia, and Julia here. Ooh. They don't have a key to get in their room.
And recall, for reference, we're on the 17th floor in the front of the boat. Guest services on the 8th floor towards the middle of the boat. Correct. So they were it wasn't like across the hall.
One would even say the back of the boat. So I am like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's really weird that they're there. My husband is out and about. I'm going to call him. He'll come get the kids. And I was like, oh no, can they just come here? I'm here. And they're like, no, we would have to walk them here because Julia is not allowed to be out. So I'm like, great.
And she had pajamas on.
They all had pajamas on. I mean, it was like like a circus. So I'm like, great. So I hang up, and now Aaron, he has had a working phone the entire vacation. For some reason, if we choose to believe him, this was the one half-hour time that his phone was not working. So I'm calling, I'm texting him. He's not answering. I sent him texts There won't be a read aloud.
That'll be in the vault. I should record those texts.
Very angry that your phone for this particular half hour. Every other time it worked. Yeah, there was swear words. Every other time your phone worked, but you're claiming that during this half hour the phone didn't work. So
nope, got nothing. I was chilling, listening to some Latin American.
So now I have to go get the kids. I have to I was in my pajamas. I'm throwing on a dress. I'm walking, like you said. It's like I'm down to the 8th floor. I walk up to customer service. My kids aren't there, so I go to the counter and I'm like, "Hey, I got a call about 3 of my children that ended up being in customer service." And the lady's like, "Oh yeah, let me go get them." So they've now been brought to the back of customer service. You can't see them.
Like the shoplifting area in the mall, behind the wall.
So angry that I am seeing red. That first of all, you're not answering. Second of all, that John Paul and Malia took Julia out of the room.
Well, and we have on the Carnival app, you can chat each other. So the older two, thing 1 and thing 2.
Oh yeah, nobody's answering.
They have chat, but they're not checking their phone. So you would message them to come find me.
I'm like,
and they're not responding either.
So the kids come out, and in my older age, I don't necessarily always try to mask who I am anymore. I used to handle it in the back. Oh no.
You do this thing where you think that it's like a walkie-talkie where you think you and the kids are on a frequency. No one can hear you.
I understood that people could hear you. No, I understood. To them. So they come out of the back room, and I'm like, you guys, this is exactly what I said. I'm like, you are in, through gritted teeth, so much trouble. Then Royal Carnival girl is like, hey, don't be too hard on them. To which I turn around and I say, they snuck out of my room. It's 10:30 at night. I'm furious. And then she says to me, ma'am, do you need medical?
Oh.
And then I was beyond.
Because she implied that something was wrong with you.
Well, and also, I understand. There were three of our children out in their pajamas at 10:30 at night on the cruise ship. One of them's not allowed to be out. So we're walking upstairs.
Carnival CPS.
Oh my gosh, to these kids, I'm like, you are not leaving our cruise room tomorrow. Don't even look at me. I was furious. And then we get up to the room. And I'm calming down. I'm still so mad at Big Aaron. I can't even talk to you at this point. I can't even look at you for not answering your phone. But poor Malia, she starts crying. She tells me what happened is that they got the pizza. They got upstairs and realized none of them had brought their key cards.
Because you need the key card to get into the room.
And as she's crying, she said, Mom, I thought we did the right thing. You always tell us to go get a mommy or a police officer. I really thought we did the right thing. And truly, they did do the right thing. They should not have had Julia out of the room, which was the problem. But I don't think that they understood that nuance. So, needless to say.
Well, then I show up. So I'm jamming off Latin American vibes.
Yeah, you're walking in.
But no, so let's clarify. So what happened was, oh my gosh, I got a text from you saying, hey, can you give me some coffee and a treat? That was the last text I got from you. And then I responded back and said something. So I had to go on the other side of the boat to get you coffee.
Yeah.
So that's why it took me a while to get back. So I go get coffee. So I walk in the room with coffee, and you say something I don't want to talk to you. And I was like, guys, what's going on? Yeah. And then the kids are in the bed. I'm like, guys, can you please explain to me what happened? It was
not a great night, to be honest.
I had no clue.
I felt I was who cares? But it felt like neglectful mom vibes. It's all very logical how it happened, but I am just. And I was so mad at them for taking Julie out of the room. So anyway, that was a moment in the ship drama. But other than that, the vacation was quite smooth, right?
Yeah.
It was really hot in Celebration Key, which is their private island.
Oh, yeah.
It was boiling hot.
Yeah.
I love the beach. But see, I'm different. You and I, we've talked about this. I don't like calm sea. To me, what I love about the ocean is huge waves and noise.
No, that's annoying.
I said we're different.
It smacks you in the face, and you're just annoyed.
No, I don't even love to be in it. I love the sound of it. I love.
He's whipping you in the face.
It was it was fine. It was
That's
really,
why I like lakes. That's why give me a lake with very calm water, not the crashing. But yeah, Celebration Key was very hot.
Yeah, and the kids, they really especially the older two boys, they met friends. John Paul had a hard time on the ship, and that was hard for me. He's at a hard age. So some kids were mean to him, and he just didn't recover. And also, kids being mean to my kid. I'm still a little haunted by that as well.
Well, he was looking forward because he had met friends last
all he wanted
year.
Was friends.
So his thing was I can't wait to meet friends, hang out. So I think he just couldn't. I don't know. It could have been him. It could have just been not the right kids.
But to say, it was like a movie scene evil how they were to him. It was bad.
Yeah, he had a couple instances.
Really bad.
So we moved. We try to. So they had like 15 to 17 was a group, and then 12 to 14. So we tried to move him into the 12 because he turns 12 next month.
Yeah.
But then that didn't work out.
And we assumed that the boys would want to hang out with him, and they didn't. And it was just, that part was hard too. But he had fun. I mean, he was with us, so it was.
Yeah, he just struggled. I think that was a letdown. But
it was because he wanted friends. He is John Paul out of all of our kids has the purest heart.
Even Joey met a friend. He met Michael.
I know Joey got a friend, and Joey has friends, but he's also very introverted. John Paul loves friends, and so if for any kid to have a bad experience socially, he was one that you wouldn't want that to happen to. So
hopefully next time there's enough.
Yeah.
And also, I think.
But also, John Paul, here's the thing about our kids. I'm going to say this, and I said it to John Paul. My kids, not all of them, John Paul, he wants to hang out with the quote unquote cool kids. Like, he's not looking for the quiet. And
Joey called out. He's like, there were some kids he could have hung out with, but John Paul chose this group that was obviously
ran fast and
would. So that's a good reminder. Next year, it's like, bro, you can't.
Yeah, look for
choose. They're probably much older than him. So.
And fast and dressed cool and all that kind of stuff. Fast. You got to be able, fast, edgy kids,
fast women,
edgy kids. No, edgy kids. I don't know how to, maybe fast isn't the right word. But I felt really bad for him. So yeah, San Juan was beautiful. I loved being on the ship. It was sad to leave, but I was ready to leave.
Yes, I was ready to leave by the last day. We talked about this.
Yeah, here's something else that I want to say to you, my husband and provider. This house that we live in still feels like a resort to me. I'm not kidding. Coming back home to this house, my bed, I love our bed. I love our bathroom. I love our downstairs. It's an awesome thing to come home from vacation and be there's no place like home, and really mean it. I didn't feel sad leaving vacation. I was excited to get back to Tulipwood.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good 7-nighter, but I wouldn't have stayed. Some people they do back-to-back cruises. Never.
It's too indulgent, we said.
Yeah. It's like the food, because you're eating multiple 3 times a day. Even at dinner they have appetizers, main,
and I find that the healthy food there is not great. The healthy, they get a salad, it's soggy, it just nothing. So anyway,
so it's out of your normal pattern where it's good, but then towards the end you're I'm ready to get back to normal. This is not.
And then we got off the ship on Sunday, which went really smooth, and then you wanted to go see your aunt, which, full disclosure, I was not looking forward to that experience. I was tired. We don't know her super well. And I'm I don't really understand why we have to carve out this time to go see your aunt. And it ended up being probably one of my favorite parts of the trip, going to see her, because I don't know her super well.
Yeah, I hadn't seen my aunt in 7 years since they came to Detroit. My uncle, I was talking to my mom about this. I hadn't seen him since 2002. So
he was in Myrtle Beach.
No, he wasn't. He doesn't fly.
He said he was. I will put money on the fact that he said which one of he did. He said to Malia, "You were there. You were a baby." He was there. He was in Myrtle Beach, but he wasn't in Detroit. He wasn't in Detroit, but he was in Myrtle Beach. I promise. He was.
I don't remember that. But yeah, it'd been a long time.
Yeah.
So it was good.
And they're so nice.
Yes.
He is. I said to you, we were walking. It's not adults that are grown-ups. So elderly folk, I think I will say. There's 2 types, right? Sometimes there's the cranky type of cranky, and that's fine. But he, the boy sat down and he's tell me what sports you play. What position do you play? And he starts talking about his time playing sports. He cared about talking to our kids. And so did your Aunt Helen. Yeah,
because health-wise, he's been battling with cancer. He's he's had some rough couple months. Yeah. So it's good to see him. Just kind of know his health.
It was so nice, and I felt bad because, and I don't think I was super bratty about it, but I definitely was I don't understand why we're going to see your aunt right now. Just with it was a day, but it was so good, and I think it was so good that you did that.
Yeah, it was important.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good
because it wasn't too far away. It's
no, why not? It was on. Yes, totally.
Why not go over there and visit?
Right. Yeah. So then we flew home. You flew in first class with us in the Peasants.
I did not fly in first class.
Comfort Plus.
It was Comfort. I got an upgrade.
Yes.
But I was.
And he took it for himself.
The seat was
he didn't
awkward.
Say,
no, I
girlfriend,
offered. No, that's a lie.
Do you want this?
I offered it several times, but it was a weird seat where it was.
You poor
I
thing.
sent you the picture. It was facing this wall, this kind of a wall
you
thing.
Poor guy. I will tell you, I actually wouldn't have wanted to sit up there. I get very nervous with landing and takeoff. It was funny. Somebody had said in one of my DMs, they had said, I don't know how you travel. I get so nervous. And I'm literally every time the plane takes off and lands, I am praying Hail Marys, assuming that out loud, by the way, I say it out loud like it's a little murmur, like Hail Mary, full of grace, because I am positive it's going to be the moment of my death, and I want to be praying at my death. And like, I can't even play in front of the kids, so I'm squeezing. Usually, I squeeze your hand. I'm like taking John Paul's hand apart at takeoff, and so I wouldn't want to sit by myself. I'd be scared. I'm a scared little lady on the planes.
But no, it was our second cruise.
Yeah, it was great.
Good experience.
Yeah, so good.
Plan
It's funny.
To do it again.
Now, listen, I'm acknowledging for the people what I'm about to say.
Your high maintenance of it?
No, it's just stupid what I'm about to say. But we're not traveling again until April. And
for shame.
That's a bit of a long time for your girl. So we were talking about maybe a trip in December, but we're finishing our basement. That came out a bit higher than we wanted it. So alas, I am not traveling. You are though, aren't you? Aren't you going to Disney again?
Not the same. It's an overnight. It's like a day and a half trip.
It's going to be so cute.
With Malia for her birthday, her 10th birthday next month.
Yes. So
I was not called that. That's like a quick trip.
Do you want me to take your spot?
She didn't want you to go. So you weren't on her short list.
Yeah. So our next trip will be in April, unless something happens. I do feel like things always happen. So I'm just hoping something happens.
You had the option. We could have went. Remember Chicago and Christmas, but we decided to not do that.
Yeah,
so
things were getting a little tight.
We shifted some things around. But sorry, you have to wait less than a year, like eight months until your next trip. Oh my goodness. What will you do?
I shall survive.
Yeah, so we came back. Nothing going on this week.
No, nice and chill. I mean, we're totally unpacked. Everything is good. I'm getting ready for the school year.
Well, something else happens before the school year starts.
Oh, yes. Your birthday.
Yes.
I'm a little triggered by the need to celebrate you right now because you're also going on a trip. So we got home on Sunday. You're going on a trip out to Minnesota to see your college friends.
Which I ask you about. I always check with you first.
What's hilarious is that you'll be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and still feel like and then you still feel like we need to ball out. For
one has to do with another. I never said ball out. I just need to be recognized.
Like maybe you want to ball out. And I feel like you're getting a lot,
I feel like I deserve it, though.
You do deserve it.
I do deserve it. So let's just remember that's coming up next before.
Yes, you'll be 41, which is super lame. The lamest.
It's not significant. You're right.
You said that you think that you know what we're doing for your birthday.
Potentially.
That really bothers me because you won't tell me how you know. There's no way you guessed it. So somebody must have given it away.
We'll see.
It's really going to piss me off, actually. Excuse my language.
Oh, whoa.
There's a lot of effort going into my life.
No. I don't think. I don't know
this. If you know, I'm actually.
No. I don't know the specifics of it. I said I have a high level idea, but I have no clue about like the specifics.
That really makes me want to punch a lot of people. Because when you plan something high level, and I just continue.
You used to ruin. I've had many surprises that you ruined for me.
I can't remember the last time you surprised me.
That's a lie.
No, I can't.
Last year.
What?
What? In your car, I got the balloons and the nectar and the cheese board.
That was last time, April?
May.
That was 2 years ago.
Last year. That was 2 years ago.
It was April, a year and a half ago.
It was May of last year.
You just used to do things. You used to be.
You're harder to shop for.
You don't bring me flowers. I'm just kidding. I'm very excited to celebrate you. You're awesome. I think about it all the time, how awesome you are.
You lucked out.
I lucked the heck out.
Because there was some other options.
There were
some other candidates. And you got chose.
I thought you meant in my life.
What?
I thought you meant in my life. I thought you meant that I could have ended up with some other people.
You sure it wouldn't have worked well for you?
No, you are the man.
So anyway, on our coming to our son's getting his braces tomorrow.
Tomorrow braces. We start the braces journey, which I'm skeeved out about because there's always junk in boys' braces. So you gotta
not cheap.
Handle that. Yeah.
And it's going to be a year and a half, and then the others will probably need them. So we're about to start a nice multi-year journey.
Have you budgeted for this journey?
No.
Like, how are you paying for these braces? I didn't even ask you that.
Oh, I got to figure it out.
Oh, hopefully it all squares away without touching my travel budget or my weekly spending. Let's just make sure
nice to know your concerns.
Let's just make sure. Yeah, so we got braces. Next week, little Aaron will have his first day of high school next Friday. It is. You don't understand. Nobody in my family understands what this day is. Freshmen start the day before the rest of it's school hours.
That's in 2 weeks. It's the 22nd.
No.
It's not next week.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So apologize for the people.
I need to apologize for that rant.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So 2 weeks from now. Sorry. I start next week.
He has freshmen. He has No, he has iPad orientation tomorrow, which is the first.
Yes.
And then he has braces.
Right. Yeah.
And the next week officially starts football. Football officially starts next Monday.
That's great.
John Paul gets his pads tomorrow.
Yeah. Is there anything? Go ahead.
I spent a long time uploading his physicals, and
I heard it's a pain.
It is a pain.
People were like triggered by it.
It's a pain.
Why?
Because you have you fill out these forms, but you have to go on the website. And you have to create an account. You have to create an account for your child. Okay. And then the exact same forms you just filled out, you have to fill them out again on the website. Okay. And then you have to upload the form. Okay. And then your child has to also accept them. So once you submit it all, your child has to log in and they have to put their initials in. Okay. So there's a lot of...
Yeah, people were very triggered by the process. I'm glad that you see this is, again, another reason.
So that was last night. I was like, once you went to bed, I was like, all right, I need to spend an hour just filling out, uploading forms.
Did you do the boys too, the little boys? Did they get loaded?
No, those you just bring them. No, that's just high school.
Anything controversial you want to talk about?
Is anything going on in the world?
Let's see. Anything? No, there was an earthquake and a tsunami. This is interesting. Did you see this? And then we can be done because this might start to get into boring territory. With the earthquake that occurred and the tsunami that went towards Hawaii, there were cruise ships there. Did you see this? No. And the cruise ships were told they had to leave by X hour before the tsunami potentially hit. So people that were on excursions, the cruise ship left without. But they left employees there. So let's say Carnival's like, we've just been told by Maritime that we need to leave. So you see all these buses full of people that are like, there's my ship. And I don't know. And they were like, they had employees with them. But the bigger layer.
But you still see the boat leaving. You're like, what the heck is going on?
Or what if you got off the boat and you left your kids in the daycare? Which people do. You're allowed to at ports leave your kids in the daycare. Can you imagine? And they also were scared, right? Like when people are talking about a tsunami coming, it didn't end up being an effect. But so you should look up some of these videos of people crying and people I'm watching my ship leave. My family's on the ship.
We did see a couple running to the ship.
Yeah, we did. It was fun.
Cheering them on.
Oh, it was so cute.
It was 5:20 and the boat was leaving in 10 minutes and they were running.
There was part of the cruising that we didn't experience before. There's a community, you would pull up next to another ship and wave at each other. And then everybody came out to watch. They call them the pier runners, the people that are trying to get to the ship at the end of day before the ship takes off. So, yeah. Okay. So tsunami, your president's crazy, but we don't have to go there.
We're going to talk about the popes and not World Youth Day, but the Jubilee and...
Yeah, there was the Jubilee in Rome. This is actually good to talk about because we haven't talked about it together. Yep. But I was deeply in my feels about not being in Rome. Because if you recall, and it's on the podcast, we had talked about potentially going to Rome this year for the Jubilee. And I had said to you, I was at the last Jubilee 25 years ago. It would be really cool to go to this one. I don't regret it. I understand that it wouldn't have been good. Yeah. But watching the videos, there ended up being a million people there watching Pope Leo with the young church, watching the young church show up like that. It really was World Youth Day, Right. So what we have not discussed is that the next World Youth Day is in Korea, not happening. Ooh. Sorry, not occurring. But I'm very curious what they're going to announce as the following World Youth Day, which would probably be 2029 or 2030. Because I will be bringing our 3 sons to that. Or you will.
I'll stay at home.
And by the way, I'm not going to do it like I used to do it. I used to be a bad A. I used to sleep on church
simple
floors.
Accommodations.
No, thank you. We'll be going hotels, but I will be going with all 3 of our sons because it's so special to be with you. You liked Eric. We're not going to pretend
they'll go back
you
in
didn't
the United
like
States.
We're not going to pretend you didn't like.
Maybe they'll do a local, New York.
I highly doubt that. You liked.
They did
World
Denver
Youth Day.
one time.
Yeah, you liked World Youth Day.
But I was in my early 20s.
Right.
So that was 17. At that point, it'll be 20 years. So
but you would say for our kids, let's say they're 19, 18, and 16, or 17, whatever, that's going to be special for them. It's an important thing.
See, but I think I've heard mixed things. I think some people I've talked to is remember, I think, did you say that?
No, Mike Chamberlain hates them.
Well, I think they were saying that given all the prepreparation it takes, it wasn't as impactful as when you get there. So I think there's a mix. I think there's a group that I loved it.
Disagree. Yeah.
Yes, I think because you went to multiple. You went to them in high school.
But even when I went there in high school,
there's always a group that's I love this impactful. And some people it was a big.
The person that there is a group of people that don't like World Youth Days in these gatherings. But I will say, because like you said, what's the actual impact evangelization wise? I get it. For me, it is so hard to raise children in the faith right now, like so hard. I maybe that'll be our next topic because I've really been struggling with that.
Or would you rather just take an NCYC?
No, it's so hard to. Well, I might do that too. It's so hard to raise children in the faith for them to be able to see and to be surrounded by hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of other people that are energetically living this life. The isolation that they will feel if they choose to live this faith in their young adult years, that's an important look for them. It's an important visual for them.
See, I think it's the scale, right? Because when you're there, you can't see that there's a million people there. Because you see people, I'm saying, like, if you're in NCYC, you're in a stadium of 50,000 people, like you can see that. But if you're part of a million, at a certain point, you just don't unless you're looking at like a drone footage of it, are you going
to go with them to NCYC in 2000? Either you or I are. Not this one's coming up in November. This is the National Catholic Youth Conference. If you're not of the Catholic persuasion, in 2 years, there'll be another one. And that I will also bring our 3 children to, our 3 boys. And the girls will go too. These will just be the first. We might plan that with the high school. And then we want to do some student youth conferences. I want our kids to not feel so isolated.
But I think like the youth, that gets into the youth ministry world, which it'd be interesting to see how because some people like that. Like you liked it. Your brother Brian was like, no.
Yeah, if our kids would want to do it, yeah.
Brian was no. Right. Like Teresa got into it. Right. I think Katie was. So I think it depends on their temperament or like, did they like this? Like dance around singing? Like, no, this is not my thing.
Aaron will. Joey will. Joey's been to a youth conference and liked it. They're going to. Part of it is parenting too. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying my parents weren't like, my parents didn't care about youth. Our kids have been raised in this kind of world of expressive faith. So I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about them. I'm very worried about. I worry way more than you do, but
don't worry.
I think it's really hard to be raising kids. Like today we went to the bookstore, Boo, and like I'm like I can't get them books. Like I can't get them right. I can't pull a book off the bookshelf in the early reader section because there's so much stuff in there that our faith tells us does not.
Yeah, I was talking to someone.
Like that's hard.
I went to a guy at lunch yesterday. He was talking about he's got like a 6-year-old one. He's talking about that just. Even with TVs, like even Disney, there was some show or like YouTube. Like I say, it's full contact. You have to like stay on top of it. You can't. I know you can't really trust any medium
the
except
Lord's
it's
doing
like
something
EWTN
in my heart, and I don't know where I'm going to square away with it. And I certainly don't think we're going to be on the same page with it. But there's a show on Netflix right now, and I'm trying not to judge because sure enough, we watch shows that are not great. But kind of like in the Game of Thrones era, like people are like Game of Thrones. Basically, in the first season is porn, like that's what it is. And there's a show called like it's something like Wife Hunters or something, and everybody that's commenting on it is like it's like so much sex. They're like embarrassed to admit it. It's like on Reels and Instagram. And I'm like, this is in my house. Like our kids can access that. Like
I watched it. It wasn't that bad.
He's such a jerk. So I'm having a little bit.
But that's
of a
part
crisis.
of the like, guys, you can't like.
But I also, nobody put a porn magazine in front of your face when you were 12 and said, don't look at it. So part of me is really having a conflict with streaming right now. I don't know.
But you also overthink things.
I do. It's like, I'm really being frozen. There's another show right now called K-Pop Demon Hunters. Have you heard about this?
No, I'm out of the loop.
Okay. K-Pop Demon Hunters is on Netflix or Disney Plus or something. Everybody's watching it. And our kids really want to watch it. And it's a kid show. And it's supposed to be like cute. And now it's becoming like a viral thing. And I'm like, what good can come from K-pop Demon Hunters for my children, right? So yet another thing though, that I'm not going to let my kids participate in that all their friends are going to participate in. And I'm just, sorry, I didn't expect to be a downer today. I'm having a hard time with that this week. I'm really having a hard time trying to figure out how to manage our kids through this world and like what to allow so that they can be normal.
Well, I think I always keep like, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to fall. But that's the whole point of having confession and sacraments.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know.
They're going to do stupid stuff just like we have. So
yeah,
we can't.
But as parents, and then
but to me, it's the introduction, right?
Boys,
it's like you don't need.
We let our Joey and Aaron start watching The Office, and part of me is like, I'm having second thoughts about that, and I'm like, should I be letting them watch this? Like, I just find everything to be way intense. It could even be just that time of the month where everything's really intense for me right now. But I'm like, oh, there's so much pressure to try to do what God wants me to do or us to do with our kids. And I think that like when Jesus says like you're hot or you're cold, I'll spit you out. Like, either be hot or be cold, the lukewarm. And sometimes I wonder if you and I are in our family culture living a spirit of lukewarm. And I don't know. I know you don't.
I don't think any evidence.
You don't
points
worry about these
to
things
that.
though,
because I know that they're going to do. Because I think you think that they're going to be these.
No, I don't think they are. No. But
right,
like,
so that means that they're going to do.
But me
dumb
having
stuff.
like free access to pornography in my house when I go to bed and my kids can turn on Netflix, it's bothering me this week. Like I'm like, what am I doing? Like why do we have Netflix? Like, well,
then just log out. Then just log it out, and they have to. They can't watch it at night.
But then part of me is like, I mean, Aaron's he's a freshman. Like, do I really keep him away from every single thing? Like, do we not allow Netflix in our house? Like,
some people don't.
I know a lot of people don't. So let's just keep praying about it and asking God what he wants of us. But sorry, that got a little intense. Are you like, what the heck is wrong with my wife? What time are we at?
You took it the whole another direction from like, hey, cruise food.
You're like, let's talk about Rome. And then I'm like, the world is burning.
Pornography on Netflix. All right. Have a good night.
What time are we? Are we over?
We're at 40, normal time.
Right. Okay, good. All right.
So then, fun times.
We should really do a whole podcast on this though. Like this idea of trying to be a faith-filled family with one foot in the world because we live in the world when the Lord calls us to radical discipleship, both personally, like I'm also thinking about it personally, not just for our kids, like my own decisions and my own things that I, struggle with or allow. And like every book I read, by the way, honey, every book I read turns into pornography. Do you know this?
That's because you read like those books, though. Like
every book, I'm reading like the most recent one. I'm like, there's not going to be anything. Like I post a picture of it on Facebook, and the next thing it's like deeply disturbing, and I'm like, what is? I just, it's
maybe
so
you should stop reading 50 Shades
No, I do. I
of Grey.
fly. Listen, I don't read 50 Shades of Grey, and I skip all the chapters. But I'm like, what is even in this? What is happening?
But that's what people like. I mean, that's your demographic. I'm sorry, you're in the demographic of women who like these historical fiction novels, and they throw in these love stories. Like that's what the people like.
I don't actually, people. But I also don't like cheesy. And
that's what I'm saying. Then you have to find
I know. It's like
God is not dead or courageous books about that. There's plenty of books like that. So if you want the high quality stuff, that's going to be slipped in there. You gotta find the cheesy books in the Catholic section. All
right. Well, listen, we're just gonna trust in the Lord. We're gonna take our kids to World Youth Day though in 4 years.
There you go. That'll make them holy.
And no, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I do want them to see. I hate having to constantly parent from a place of no. Like we don't let them do anything. Job. I know.
But eventually, that's not forever though. Eventually, they're gone. We don't have to say no.
And when do you stop saying no and let them just start to like live and make decisions on their own,
No easy answer.
No easy answer. All right, fam. Well, have a great week. I'll try not to send my kids to hell accidentally. And
Until next time.
TTYL.